Hello, it's future me. Now, I was unaware that I did not record the screen while I was talking here, and I had such a fun take. There's no way I could redo that because it would end up being 8 minutes, and I felt like I had fun doing it. So at the very end of this video, I do show the screen, but you're going to hear me talking the entire time. It's just a camera on me because I'm an idiot, and I forgot to show the screen as I was going through the grading and everything. But I mean, I think I do a good enough job to where you can listen to it and understand like what I'm saying about each driver. And then if you want to see the grading and everything, it's at the very end of the video because I was like, hey, I didn't record the screen. So I apologize for that. Enjoy the video. And thank you guys for sticking with me there, but I'm sorry about that. How you guys doing? This is Brandon Cruz Daily Fantasy Podcast, where we're going to look at loan plays and strategies specifically designed for GPPs. This is a show for people who are informed on daily fantasy sports and how these contests operate. If you have a question related to NASCAR DFS and stupid question, feel free to shoot them away on Twitter. BrandonCruzDFS. Most importantly, take everything here with a grain of salt and use your best judgment when making entries. Additionally, if you have a gambling addiction, this is just not my problem. Check your sense of feelings at the door. We're talking about the Xfinity Series at Texas, and I'm trying to get this thing to build lineups in the background while I'm here, and I thought I confused myself because I had two people projected for negative points, and I was like, man, I messed up here. And I'm like, no, I do. I have two guys projected for negative points in this race. Right now it's Greg Golding and Matt Mills. But as I was building the as I was getting the optimizer going, I was like, why are there some guys in negative? But let me just set this up to where it'll run in the background. But this race is fun. This is a fun race to analyze, to look at. A lot of different ways to go about it. A lot of different ways to attack this, and I like races like that. I like where there's a lot of routes. There's not one solid chalk here. There's a lot of good arguments to be made about a lot of drivers, and we're just going to kind of hop right into it here at the rankings. A Jominier on the pole. I honestly want to say that AJ, Haley, Jones, Cindric, and Hemrick all have a chance to dominate this race. I would not be shocked if one of those guys pulls away from the field and just leads this entire race. I wouldn't be shocked if we see two of these guys starting up in the top 5 lead a majority of the race. I would not be shocked to see somebody like Austin Cindric and then Kyle Busch get to the front and he takes over. Same thing with Hemrick. And so I'm going to be building multiple lineups, and they're going to be a combination of AJ lineups, Haley lineups, Jones lineups. I'm going to have ownership to everybody in the top 5 here because I believe there's a chance that not in the same lineup, but I believe there's a chance that all these guys have the potential of just walking away with this race or lean enough to be a true dominator in this race. Now, I say that this is how I'm really ranking them, like kind of absolutes. I have less faith in AJ and Haley and Brandon Jones getting that done. I want to say Cindric has the best chance, but I actually love Hemrick here. Yet again, Hemrick is too cheap for the amount of fast laps that this man is clicking off this season. If you look at every single race this year, whether he's leading laps, whether he's getting fast laps in traffic, Hemrick is stupid quick. He should have won Charlotte. Bad case there. Speaking of Charlotte, did anybody notice in the Coca-Cola 600 they gave a shout out to like the winning race move, the save of the race, to Tommy Joe Martins avoiding a wreck, and then he got involved in the next wreck. They didn't mention anything about that, but I absolutely love Hemrick here. If I do that live show that I was talking about, probably going to start around 10 a.m. Eastern time Saturday. I'll probably end up just talking about both races there. I think I'm going to have more ownership to Hemrick than Cindric. It would probably go, my interest would probably go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That's how I would kind of attack this range with those guys. Those would be my interest for the front guys there, in terms of probably how much I want to get to them in terms of ownership. Let's go ahead and continue down the list. Let's see who's working out. Year Michael McDowell. You heard me talk about it earlier in the year. This is the year Michael McDowell. He should have been doing better. He was really good earlier in the year. Good DFS plays, just not this race. Not this week. Brandon Brown. I don't think he stays in the top 10 with all. I mean, this is a stacked field. This is a really good field with a lot of good guys in the bag. I don't think Brandon Brown holds on to a top 10. I wouldn't be shocked if he finishes, 13th, 14th. That's good for him IRL, not good for DFS purposes there. Jeb Burton on the fringe. I mean, this is like a 4.2, 4.3 point, 4.4 value here. Let me continue there. C is going to be a no for C. I need to get ownership to C. I need to get different. I just know it. I know I got to get ownership to C and Jeb Burton. I hate them. I don't really like them as plays, but it's just screaming to me. I got to get a lineup and try and get different with Jeb Burton and Ryan C. There, Alex LeBay, that's a big no. Josh Williams, that's a big no. Riley Herbst, that's a big no. Jay Buford, that's a big no. Right now, I'm giving Kyle Busch. What am I giving him here? I'm giving Kyle Busch 48 laps led and 41 fast laps. That's where we're at right here. I can bump up his finishing position up and down a little bit, but I got to give him some fast laps here and there, just due to that fact. I'm gonna probably be overweight on Kyle Busch, but I don't know if that's really gonna be difficult. If I'm playing like 10 lineups or 12 lineups, I don't think Kyle Busch is gonna be 50% owned. I don't think Kyle Busch is gonna be 45. I don't think he's gonna be 40. I really don't, because this race has so many place differential plays in the back, and there's a chance that Kyle kind of gets locked out of leading. And it's at Texas, a one-groove racetrack, hard to make passes here. So if I, say I play 12 lineups and I have 7 with Kyle Busch or 6 with Kyle Busch, I'm perfectly fine being 50% on him. I don't mind Kyle Busch at all. I'm not gonna go out of my way to fade him. I'm not gonna go out of my way to play a lot of them. I'm just gonna make sure I have him in lineups. That's about as simple as I can get there. Ryan Vargas. Where we at, buddy boy? So I'm giving Ryan Vargas 2 points because I think he just drops through the field like a rock. I like Justin Allgaier. I like Myatt Snyder. Myatt Snyder's another guy that I think I need to really try and get ownership to, and I don't know if people are going to land on him because of his price or if they can't get to him. I mean, either way, Myatt Snyder, Brett Moffitt. Shout out to everybody who sent me messages on Twitter. Whether you were like, man, Brandon, we were so close to Moffitt, or I had guys being like, fuck you, Moffitt was a terrible play. I can't control mechanical failures, gentlemen. Darn shame. He had a mechanical issue at the road course. Where was I going? Oh, yeah. So I like Myatt Snyder a lot. I like Brett Moffitt a lot. I like Burton quite a bit here. I think Burton can get a lot of fast laps. I actually really like Harrison Burton here. So I like people like Hemrick. I like the Joe Gibbs cars a lot. That's just kind of how it is. Not purposely trying to get a Joe Gibbs stack, but if I do, I will not be mad about it. If I end up on that, that's just how it ends up going. Let's get down and look farther. Let me go here. Jeremy Clement's 4.3 value. I think you might have to get to him in 7K range. I still just prefer, Moffitt if you can get to him. Snyder if you can get up to him. Tanner Berryhill in that R Motorsports car. I have no clue how to project for him. Absolutely no idea. I'm giving him 25 points, but that'll probably change and either go up or down as we get closer to Saturday right now. But right now, I think people get to him because of the price range. I just don't know how good of a play he is. I really don't. I got Castle for 12 points. Greg Alding, -5. Matt Mills, -8. Jesse Little, 9. Colby Howard, 14. Garrett Smithley, I got him hitting value. He's too cheap in that car. And he doesn't even get top 15. Smithley, get that car at 21st. That's all I want from you, Smithley. Weatherman, kind of starting too high up. Actually, I'm skipping over people. I apologize here. Josh Berry, back in the 8 car. I like him a ton too. Sorry, I'm all over the place. Kyle Weatherman, just depends on what the car can do. If it could stay there, and if you've seen the Truck Series video, and I'll kind of touch about it here as well, and this could be a Wreckfest as well. It shouldn't be as bad as the Truck Series, but it's a one groove racetrack. It's real tight on the exits of the corners. Everybody always kind of congregates. I think that's the right word. Everybody meets at the same point, whether you're in the outside lane or the inside lane on the exits of the corners, whether it's 4 or 2, and that's usually where we see incidents there. Remember last year we saw Noah Gragson wreck Riley Herbst there. And so we, we could see a lot of, I don't think there'll be instance in this race, but I would certainly not be surprised if there are. Anyway, back to Weatherman. He's starting 29th, $4,900. I think you need to play him here and there, but that's the same thing as last week. Can the car sit there? If the car goes green, or if the race goes green, if the car is fine, if he can stay on lead lap, give him a 23rd place finish. If he has an issue, lock him down for 32nd. That's just kind of how it is. Kind of indifferent on him. I know I'll probably end up getting to him. I don't know why Noah Gragson is so expensive. I know he's starting dead last. I know they probably project him for a lot of chalk. But I have him. I have Josh Berry outscoring Noah Gragson. I got Harrison Burton outscoring Noah Gragson. I got Kyle Busch outscoring Noah Gragson. And I have Harrison Burton, no, my bad. Overspoken. I do have Gragson projected higher than Harrison Burton, but Harrison Burton's just a way better value. Why are you paying almost $2,000 more for Noah Gragson? I'd much rather go to Harrison Burton there. David Starr. We're going to be in the punt range at some point. That's just how it's going to be. Not a big fan, but I'm sure I'll get to him as well. Jordan Anderson. Prove me. Jordan, this is your moment. For people who don't follow me or anything, I called that early in the year because Jordan Anderson, he's not that good of a Truck Series driver. 2 second place finishes at Daytona. That's his career highlights. And I tweet out, didn't even tag him because I don't tag drivers. I don't tag athletes. I don't tag people. And I just typed Jordan Anderson out, and he saw the tweet, and I was like, I tweeted something along the lines of Jordan Anderson making a Cup team or making an Xfinity Series team is a horrible financial decision for him. I didn't realize he was going to start putting stud drivers in there. But Jordan Anderson in this car, I don't think he can do anything with it. I really don't. Jordan Anderson is not a good driver, and I'll probably eat my words after this, but I just don't believe in Jordan Anderson at all. I'm giving Jordan Anderson 21 points. That's how it is. This car, I think it's a top 11 car, top 10 car easily, top 12 car. I don't believe Jordan Anderson has that skill, but show me here, Jordan. This is the best car you've ever been with. This is all your hard work, all your determination right here, right now. Got him in player pool. Don't expect much from him. Just don't expect much at all. A lot of these plays in the back are just real ugly. Probably my least favorite is Earnhardt. Another Brandon here and Sam Hunt car. I know it has speed. I'm concerned about mechanical issues here in this car. I know it ran well last week at the road course. Yet again, shout out to Chris Wright. Just being in the wrong place at the wrong time, man. It sucked. But we saw John Hunter Nemechek run extremely fast in this car, and they broke a track bar. I don't mind him, but I'm going to try and avoid playing... I always say Godvik. Is it Godvik, Godvik, Goodvik, Godovic? I don't know. I suck at names. Either way, I'm very hesitant on him. But yeah, all these guys in the back are priced up because DraftKings knows that we're going to be trying to pay up for the guys up there. And I hate the 4K range. I really don't want to go to the 4K range. Maybe Weatherman. Maybe we got Chalk Weatherman again. I got to listen to other people. I haven't listened to anybody else this week so far. We're recording this Thursday evening. Almost midnight, so I haven't listened to anybody, so I don't know where anybody else is at. But yet again, talked about. I'm sorry I'm talking so much. If you don't like it, tell me. Be like, hey, Brandon, shut up. You talk too much. Well, I'm in talking mood today. Every year, it's the same thing. Daytona comes around in February. People are like, I'm going to be covering NASCAR, guys. I'm covering Trucks, Xfinity, blah, blah, blah. Everybody's gone. Everybody's gone by April. Everybody realizes this is more tedious than they expect, and so everybody just drops off. So yet again, next year, or people who do NFL, maybe because it's a smaller season and you don't get burned out as much, but it's always people start doing NFL stuff and then they drop off. I've been there, done that. I know what it's like to think you want to do it the whole season and not do it, but people do it for NASCAR and they drop off. Anyway, so there's only like 4 of us out there to listen to right now that are free on YouTube. Don't know what the point of that kind of tangent was, but we're here. Joe Graff Jr., I'm worried about it. I like Tommy Joe Martins. I think he does well. I need to bump him up actually over here. Give me a second. Oh, no, I'm giving... Jesus Christ, Tommy. Yeah, I think Tommy will easily hit value if he doesn't destroy the car again. That's how it is. Parsons, I'd much rather go to Tommy Joe Martins than Parsons. I think he can outscore him there. Ronnie Bassett, kind of same deal, same situation. Excuse me, Bailey Curry, just same thing. Actually, I need to probably put these guys down. Or actually, no, I won't play Matt. It's really seeming like that I need to try and I should just go overweight on Tommy Joe Martins. It really does. And if he fails, he fails. If I lose because of Tommy Joe Martins, that's just how it is. Because right now, it's wanting to look like Tommy Joe Martins is where I want to go. It's wanting to use Stephen Parsons for whatever reason. Oh, I got to update these projections. I ran this before I changed it. Yeah, it looks like it's wanting to go Tommy Joe Martins. Jeffrey Earnhardt, I don't believe that's going to work out. Garrett Smithley, it's one. Okay, so Smithley, Tommy Joe Martins, and where's the other guy? Kyle Weatherman. That seems to me like where you go in the value range to build lineups between those three guys. I don't think you need to double punt in this race, or maybe you do if you're playing Kyle Busch and you feel like you want to chase other plays. And even with that, I don't think that's bad at all. If you go Tommy Joe Martins and Garrett Smithley, you can pretty much play whoever you want. Right now at the top, it's like in Cindric, it's like in Josh Berry, it's like in Daniel Hemrick. It's looking like you just got, well, right now with everybody in the player pool, the first Kyle Busch lineup has Jade Buford and Tommy Joe Martins in it. That's actually not a bad lineup at all, the rest of the drivers in here. Looks like if you're going Kyle Busch, I think you only have to do one. I don't think you have to double punt if you're playing Kyle Busch, because you can still play Kyle Busch and the cheap guys that I think are going to perform well, 7K guys, Moffitt, even a cheap Harrison Burton, even a cheap Justin Allgaier. I think these guys can easily work with Kyle Busch, and you don't have to double punt at all. Now, do you chase the early lap leader? And that's how much faith do you have in Kyle Busch? That's kind of why I think people will get caught up on, do I play Kyle Busch? Do I not? I'm just going to play him probably about half my lineups and go from there. I'm not going to really I'm not going to try and hammer too much on Kyle Busch, whereas I'd much rather spend time trying to decide who I want to go with the ownership in the back of the field in the very low value range. And I think it's going to cut off at Garrett Smithley. I think that's the cheapest I want to go. Unless this race turns into a wreck fest like they all can. Right now, Kyle Busch is not in my highest projected lineup. So maybe that's to note. Right now, like I said, it's like in Cindric. It's like in Hemrick. But then the Kyle Busch lineup has Kyle Busch and Hemrick together. And then it has two pump plays I kind of already talked about. Interesting. Really interesting. You can go two different directions. Do you chase the place differential? So do you chase place differential? Do you chase potential lap leaders starting up front? Or do you chase Kyle Busch? I think those are the three roads that we can go to. And with how small this tournament is this week, I really like I like this tournament. I like the price range. I really like this slate. This is probably one of my favorite Xfinity Series slates this year, and probably one of my favorite NASCAR DFS slates this year, because you can go in a lot of ranges. And sure, you might be able to cover a lot of avenues with different lineups, but I gave you those three roads there. I think two of them have a potential of being optimal, like higher than the last one. Hopefully that makes sense. I think that's where I would go with it. If you guys want more conversation, if you want to see more stuff, join my Patreon, talk to me. A lot of people don't care when I really go in depth about, fast laps or look at the lap data. Like, people don't give a shit. They say they do, but when you start talking about it, they don't care. They get bored. And so yeah, thank you guys for watching. Donate on PayPal if you like me, support me on Patreon, support me on PayPal, tune to the live show, do all that type of stuff. I do appreciate it, guys. So best of luck, and thank you guys for watching. We will see you next time. It's All-Star Race. It's All-Star Race weekend, man. What a mess. What a mess. Enjoy the week. Did I hold on a minute? No. Okay, so I'm pretty sure I just recorded that and didn't show the screen the whole time, and I thought that was an amazing one, and there's no way I'm gonna reshoot that. There's absolutely no way. So here, very quickly, I'm pretty sure I didn't record the damn screen the whole time. So here's the grades. And you know, luckily, I mean, a lot of my stuff is just audio only anyway, or you can just listen to it and I kind of tell you what the plays are. But I'm so sorry about that. I just realized it. I looked over. That's kind of why I changed. I was like, wait a minute, no, I didn't change it. Oh man. But anyway, thank you. Thank you for tuning in. I apologize for that, but man, that was such a good take. I can't redo that again. Otherwise, the video is going to be about 8 minutes, and we're going to lose a lot of good things there. So there's the rankings. I'll throw this at the end of the video. I apologize for that, guys. Thank you for sticking with me. Shit, sorry about that. I'm very sorry.